Good morning students. In the last class we learnt how to convert an assertive sentence into interrogative sentence. So today I am going to explain how to change an interrogative sentence into assertive sentence. Before going to this topic, let us recollect what did we learn in the last class. So if there is an assertive sentence, how to change that one into interrogative? First of all, we have to identify the helping verb in the given sentence. So by changing the place of the subject and verb, we can make an assertive sentence into interrogative sentence. For example, you are a teacher. So this is an assertive sentence. Are you a teacher? We can make it into interrogative sentence. So first of all we have to identify the helping verb and we have to change the place of the helping verb and the subject. So and at the end of the sentence we have to use a question mark. Okay. So for example, if we have a helping verb, by changing the place of the helping verb we can make an assertive sentence into interrogative sentence. But if we have a main verb in the assertive sentence, how to change that one? If we have a main verb in the assertive sentence, how can we change that into interrogative? So first of all we have to identify the subject. If the subject is third personal singular pronoun, it means he, she, it or any singular noun, and s or es there in the main verb, then we have to use does. She sings beautiful songs, for example. She sings beautiful song. Okay, so then how to change that one? Then we have to use does. Does she sing beautiful songs? So that is the answer. So if we have, so simple present tense. Simple present tense means the structure we can have only V1 form. If we have simple present tense and plural subject, then what we have to use? We have to use to. Okay, they go to school. They go to school. So how to change that one? Do they go to school? So because here we have V1 form in the structure. So if it is third personal singular pronoun, we have to use does to make a sentence into interrogative. If there is a plural subject, we have to use do to make an interrogative sentence. So for example, if we have V2 form, she watched a movie. She watched a movie. So if we have V2 form, then we have to use did. Did she watch a movie? He went to market. Did he go to market? So even the simple past tense, even the subject is singular or plural. So we have to use did to make an interrogative sentence, and we should not forget to keep a question mark at the end of the sentence when we are changing an assertive sentence into interrogative sentence. Now let us see how to transform or how to convert an interrogative sentence into assertive sentence. See, I have some examples here. See, are they watering the plants? This is an interrogative sentence. So what is the helping verb here? Or what did we do yesterday? So we changed it the place of the subject and the verb. So in the same way here also we have to follow the same thing. See, they are watering the plants. They are watering the plants. So this is an assertive sentence. So we have to end it with a full stop. Already we learned. So an assertive sentence contains subject, verb and object. And the question starting with helping verbs, we have to start them with helping verbs. So are they watering the plants? There are two types of questions. Question starting with WH words and question starting with helping verbs. So here we have a question starting with helping verb. So it means what? Yes or no questions. So are they watering the plants? Yes, this is the interrogative sentence. So by changing the place of the subject and verb, we change it into plants. So is it clear? So next example. Has the baby broken the toy? Yes. What is the subject here? The baby is the subject. So we have to place the subject at the beginning of the assertive sentence. The baby has. So immediately after the subject, what can we have in an assertive sentence? It is a verb, whether it is a main verb or helping verb. So the baby has broken the toy. The baby has broken the toy. So it is interrogative sentence, that's why we have question mark at the end of sentence. But it is assertive sentence, so we have to end it with a full stop. So next one. Will he attend the meeting? Yes. So this is the subject. So we have to change the place of the subject and verb. So he will attend the meeting. He will attend the meeting. At the end, what we have to keep? A full stop, because it is assertive sentence. So next example. Can you do this? So what is the subject here? You. You can do this. You can do this. See, we changed the place of the subject and verb. Okay, can you do this? Question mark. You can do this. Full stop. See, are they watering the plants? They are watering the plants. Has the baby broken the toy? The baby has broken the toy. Will he attend the meeting? He will attend the meeting. Can you do this? You can do this. So for these questions we are not writing answers. We are changing the question into assertive sentence. We are changing interrogative sentence into assertive sentence. If we have a helping verb, if the question is starting with the helping verb, by changing the place of the helping verb and subject, we can change an interrogative sentence into assertive sentence. See some more examples here we have. Here the questions are starting with do forms. What are the do forms? Do, does, did. So these are the do forms. Then how we have to change interrogative sentence into assertive. Let us see once. Did Suraj go to market? So what is the subject here? The sentence, interrogative sentence started with a helping verb. So but we have to start an assertive sentence with a subject. So what is the subject here? Suraj. So in the interrogative sentence only, we have to start the sentence with helping verbs. But in the assertive sentence, we no need to use the same helping verbs, because here we have to use the main verb. Did Suraj go to market? So in which tense the given sentence is? It is in the past tense. How do we know whether it is in the simple present tense or in the simple past tense? So here we have did. So did indicates V2 form. It means the given sentence is in simple past tense. So Suraj. So here we should not repeat the helping verb here. We have to write the main verb. So Suraj. Did means V2 form. So here we no need to use this one. So Suraj. Then how to write the helping verb? So we have to change the V1 form into V2 form. Suraj, what is the V2 form of go? Go, went, gone, going. These four are the four forms of the verb go. See, Suraj went. What is the V2 form? Went. Suraj went to market. Have you understood? See, what did we do here? This is the simple past tense. How do I know that this is the simple past tense? So we have V2 form here. The question started with did. So it is V2 form. So interrogative sentence, we started with the helping verb, but assertive sentence, we have to start with a subject. So what is the subject here? Suraj. So here it is in V2 form. So to the main verb we changed it. Main verb is given in V1 form here, but we changed it into V2 form. Suraj went to market. So next one. Does she speak English fluently? So what is the subject here? She. We no need to write this one, but here we have do plus es. So the given sentence is in simple present tense. How do we know that it is in simple present tense? She here speak. It is in V1 form. So what we have to use here? Do plus es is there. So we have to use s here. She speaks English fluently. If the given sentence is in simple present tense and if the subject is singular, okay, this is the third personal singular pronoun. He, she, it or any singular noun if we have in the subject's place, we have to use s or s to the main verb. We have to write s or s here. So she speaks English fluently. So here we have do plus es. So if we have here, so that we did not write here. So but in the assertive sentence we have to use that one. So already in the interrogative sentence we have es here. So we did not write here. Okay, speaks, we did not write there. So but in the assertive sentence we have to write because there is no does. So she speaks English fluently. Is it clear? So next example. What do we have? Do. Do they play cricket? Play is the V1 form and subject is plural. Here V1 form and subject is third personal singular pronoun. That's why we used does. But here the subject is third personal plural pronoun. So we have to use do. Do they play cricket? So we have to start an assertive sentence with a subject. They play. So if we have singular subject only, we have to use s or es. But here this is the plural subjects. That's why here we no need to add s or es to the main verb. They play cricket. This is the answer for this. They play cricket. At the end, we should not forget to keep a full stop. So, do they play cricket? They play cricket. Next one. Did we watch a movie? So, already we have V2 form. It means what? The given sentence is in the simple past tense. So, if we have simple past tense V2 form in the questioning word, so we have to use the same V2 form to the main verb. We have to add here. So, we watched a movie. We watched a movie. So this is the V2 form. So we removed this part. We removed the do forms in all the sentences. So whatever we removed, so did V2 form, so that we added in the assertive sentence. Here we have does. So here we wrote s or es to the main verb. And here we have do. So that's why we have written only V1 form. Again here we have did. So that we added here V2 form. Is it clear to you? Let me explain once again. If we have the sentences starting with do forms, first of all we have to identify the subject. If the subject is third personal singular pronoun, we have to use s or es here. So here we have V2 form. Suraj. So did, here it is the V2 form. So we changed the main verb into V2 form. So Suraj went to market. So here we have in the question, in the interrogative sentence we have V1 form, but we changed it into V2 form here. So next one, here we have does. That's why here we added yes. So next one, here we have do and plural subject. If there is plural subject, we no need to add s or es. But again, in the last example, we have V2 form. The sentence is starting with did. So that's why we added here the question we have V1 form. But when we changed it into assertive sentence, we have written it as V2 form. So we watched a movie. Is it clear to you? So if we have a helping verb at the beginning of an interrogative sentence, we have to change the place of the helping verb and the subject. Okay. If we do not have a helping verb, if we have a main verb, so it means the question starting with do forms based on the tense. If it is present tense, according to the subject. If it is singular subject, we have to write S or S to the main verb. If it is a plural subject, we have to write only V1 to the main verb. For example, if it is V2 form, whether it is singular or plural, we have to write the main verb into V2 form. Is it clear? Okay, thank you.